Welcome to our commercial advertising photography class. I'm glad you've joined us. Professional commercial advertising photography needs the execution of a huge team. Today, we'll discuss the practices in Beijing, Shanghai, and Guangzhou, including various components of the team. Let's start with the producer. What does a producer do? He or she communicates with the brand, namely the client, to understand their demands first, such as the mainstream tendency of the year, style, positioning, and other details. And then we photographers need to determine the shooting program and the advertising agency that cooperates with the photographers. The advertising agency is responsible for the brand planning, brand marketing, overall branding strategy, brand promotion, etc. The advertising agency is in charge of all these. During the shooting, there's another role called art director. We also often call them ad. The role manages the quality of photographers shooting on the set. Although they play a very small role in the team, their cooperation with the photographer is of vital importance. In terms of the lighting director, the photographer focuses on the shooting, while the lighting director manages the lighting during the shooting. In both print advertisements and movie and TV commercials, lighting directors play a unique role. Besides, makeup artists who work with the photographer, designers, stylists, models, retouchers, and other roles are all essential components of our commercial photography team for the execution of the entire project. Let's take a close look at these positions and their duties. Let's start with the producer. The producer works with the photographer as per the client's needs and makes a shooting plan or program accordingly. This shooting plan or program are very important. For example, we need to produce a corporate product brochure. It does not come out of nowhere. It needs a photographer or a producer to basically set the tone of the shooting. Every image we see is actually planned in advance before the presentation of the whole project. That is to say, before shooting, the photographer bears in mind a specific script of the shooting. That's what we called a shooting plan or a shooting program. The producer is also responsible to organize and manage each shoot, as well as scientifically breaking down the plan, controlling the costs, tracking the timeline and the quality. The producer also needs to create a flowchart as per requirements, and takes charge of the budget, the schedule, and the quality. These are the things that a producer has to do. Of course, a producer also needs to control and plan the whole shooting program and other parts, including the quality and progress of the modeling process. There is also a department from the client side that works together with the producer, namely the customer's brand center. Generally, large companies will set up a brand center comprising the planning department, the marketing department, and other departments to cooperate with the shooting of an advertisement case. In the execution team, the second important role is the advertising agency. It is responsible for the planning and marketing of the brand, branding strategy, brand promotion and marketing, the display of the specialty stores, the designer's entire layout design, and so on. There's one person who's crucial to the control of the shooting. That's the art director, whom I mentioned earlier. The art director works together with the photographer. According to the plan made in advance, the subject works with the photographer to get the required photographs for the brochure. This is a highly professional and rigorous process to control the shooting. Another subject is the lighting director. A lighting director can be a photographer or a separate subject to share part of the photographer's duties. In terms of other subjects, such as makeup artist, designer, or stylist, these three subjects can be undertaken by the same person or three different persons. The makeup artist works on the model's makeup. The designer is in charge of the model's hairstyle and clothes. The stylist focuses on the matching of the model's dressing and the expression of the image, such as wearing a necklace, an earring, or a hat, to more accurately set off the client's products. So, in the shooting course, these three subjects are also very important. After these parts, here comes the modeling agent, who will take the model into the shoot. When a client needs to express his or her product with a subject, models and modeling agencies have their place. When we've finished the whole shoot, the rest of the work is left to the retoucher. The retoucher will take into account the type of the corporate and the promotional purpose, to retouch images to different levels of difficulty. In this huge team, we photographers and the photography company are the main executors of the whole process. A commercial photography company is a service company. It needs to understand the market needs and the client needs. Let's talk about the role of the photographer, especially the role that a good commercial photographer should play in the process. A good commercial photographer should have the ability to integrate solutions. He can act as a director to deal with a variety of problems in the whole process of shooting. So the commercial photographer needs to preview the shooting program before the shoot. What is the purpose of the preview? It's to save time during the actual shoot. This is what the photographer needs to do to control each shoot. The more room the photography leaves for post-production, the more room there is for creativity. In the process of shooting, such as an exterior shooting for clothing, when you find a beautiful scene, a fabulous scene, there can still be many uncontrollable factors in the process. When the photographer is observing and shooting, it is necessary to communicate with the retoucher for the better control of the whole picture and the pace of execution. Overall, commercial photography is different from other disciplines. It can neither take aesthetic behavior as the only fundamental purpose, nor can it be organized to express the personal feelings and thoughts of the producer. Its main motive is to spread product information and advertising ideas. It aims to achieve the promotional effect through commercial photography, or change people's behavior. In this class, we discussed the team components of commercial photography and the issues that a good commercial photographer should pay attention to. Hope this class helps you learn more about commercial photography.